What's up, everybody? It's been a long time since I've done a video like this, and it's extremely late. I don't know what time it is, but it's demon hours, and I don't know. I just got something on my mind, bro. Somebody left a comment on one of my YouTube videos saying that IDV is a ripoff of Dead by Daylight, and this isn't the first time I've heard a comment like this, and this comment's always bothered me over the years because I love Identity V. I love Dead by Daylight. I love the asymmetrical genre as a whole, but I definitely think that there are two separate games, and they are not the same. One is not a ripoff of the other. Fortnite is not a ripoff of PUBG because they are both battle royales. So why would you equate two asymmetrical games to being ripoffs of one another? Like, I don't get it. IDV is such a better game, in my opinion. That's my opinion in this conversation right there. But the games are completely different. Dead by Daylight uses a character system where the characters have no meaning whatsoever. They're purely cosmetic in which character you play because you can get all the perks on all the characters, so it makes no difference who you play. It's just a cosmetic preference. And then you pick your perks and you do different perk builds. IDV has a character system where every character is unique to that character, and every character has an ability that is unique to that one specific character, which means playing different characters actually means something in Identity V. And to compound with the fact that the characters are different, we don't use a perk system. Each character has their own individual ability, but then along with that, we use what's known as a persona skill tree for both hunter and survivors, get this. And it's to get like little buffs and debuffs for the side that you're playing on. You know what I mean? Like, these persona webs are interchangeable in between all of the characters, so this will be more like the perks and how they're interchangeable in Dead by Daylight, but still, perks versus like a persona skill tree. If you've ever played like any leveling games like WoW or like League or something, you know what like a skill tree leveling system would be. Like, the games are very different. DBD uses different maps and different variations, which this is actually something I give DBD credit for. I like the fact that Dead by Daylight has different variations of the same map. Each map has like 7 or so different variations where pallets and windows and different things will spawn in different locations. But in Identity V, each map is stagnant. It is the same every time you go to that map. The pallets will be in the same spot. The only slight variations may be chair locations and cipher locations. Identity V uses ciphers, DBD uses generators. But along with that, you got to get into the game modes as well. DBD has 2 game modes, Hunter and Survivor, both being rank at all times. There is no quick play in Dead by Daylight. It is rank. Every match you play affects your skill-based matchmaking. Every game affects your rank. Whereas in Identity V, our rank is in sessions. There are 3 rank sessions a day, and each lasts for 2 hours, except for now the new evening rank session, which now starts an hour early and ends an hour late for the lower ranks, so that they can catch up and they get a little bit longer to rank, so that they can grind a little bit longer and hopefully rank up, because their queue times are long, so they try to equate for longer queue times is my assumption for that. But that's enjoyable for people. Some people want to play a game without the thought of their rank being compromised sometimes. Some people, even the people who grind games, want to grind games sometimes and like not have the fear of losing something that they've worked hard for. Like, in all competitive games, like I'll use like the game that I'm playing right now, besides Identity V and Dead by Daylight and games like that, I'm playing Overwatch. I play a lot of Overwatch rank, and I love the rank. I love ranking up, but I also enjoy playing quick match. I get to try new characters and try new playstyles, do different things and not worry about throwing my games and losing my rank while also trying to do something different. You can't do that in Dead by Daylight. I feel like in Dead by Daylight, you're forced to bring your sweatiest build every single time because the hunter's going to bring their sweatiest build, and God forbid you're not playing with friends and you're a solo in DBD. That's a whole nother can of worms, like in itself. Solo experience in Dead by Daylight versus solo experience in IDV can be somewhat similar. RNG teammates are RNG teammates, and I don't think that's something that you'll ever get away from. But the difference being the solo experience, and I'll touch on this briefly, is that in Dead by Daylight, you are by yourself. You don't know what your teammates are going to do, or if they're going to go save someone, if the hunter's chasing them, if the hunters switch targets, and nothing. But in IDV, we have what's known as a ping system, and I think there's 30 different pings total, and you create your own ping like dictionary or selection menu where you can pick, I think it's like 12. Someone's gonna correct me. I think it's like 12 pings that you can select to put in your ping dictionary to use throughout the match. And these are the different pings that you use to communicate what your intentions are as a player or as a teammate in the game. And this makes it a little bit easier for the solo experience because you can ping like what cipher you're on, you can ping what you're doing. This is something that DBD has adopted now in the newer DBD, to where now other survivors can see your cipher progress through like a little icon next to the name, which is really interesting. And that's pretty much I would say the biggest differences between the solo experience. The ping system is very helpful in Identity V. And besides the solo experience in Identity V, if you want to get into the team setup in Identity V and why the team dynamic in Identity V is just better than Dead by Daylight. In Identity V, both games are 1v4 asymmetrical horror games where it's 4 survivors versus 1 hunter. But the difference being is Identity V actually treats the game like it is a team-based game, how it was intended to be played. DBD treats the game as 4 individual survivors versus 1 hunter, rather than 4 survivors together versus 1 hunter. And I'll give you the best example. In Identity V, the way the win and the way the match is structured is 4 survivors die, hunter wins. 3 survivors die, hunter wins. 2 survivors die, it's a tie. 3 survivors escape and 1 dies, survivors win. 4 survivors escape, it's a survivor win and the hunter loses. That is the easiest way to set up these style of games, making it more team based. If you would make or incentivize players to view this game more as a team, you're more okay with dying for your teammate to escape, or that one guy in the match, that runner who runs the hunter all game long in Dead by Daylight but doesn't save anyone, doesn't do any gens, doesn't break any totems, doesn't search any chests. He just runs the hunter all game long, but then depips because he dies at the end and everyone else escaped. And it's like, why does he depip? He created so much space for the rest of the team to get the gens done and for everyone else to escape. Why does he get punished? In Identity V, that survivor is rewarded for being the runner and creating that level of space for the team to just do ciphers. And like that creates a better team mentality. It creates better team play. Like, but I'll leave that there. That's the teamwork dynamic in Identity V. Besides that, besides the rank, the separation of rank and quick play, DBD only has survivor and hunter, and now we're getting back to this. Identity V has a plethora of other game modes that are fun to play outside of the default game mode, which can keep you entertained for hours, we have a 2v8 mode, which is 2 hunters versus 8 survivors with 7 cipher machines instead of the normal 5 to get done. And it's so chaotic, it's so frustrating, because you've never seen frustrating in an asymmetrical horror game until you're getting chased by 2 hunters. It is insane, but those small moments where you pull off something crazy and you actually kite 2 hunters at the same time and you ascend to that like Himothy status, then bro, that shit's like nothing else. It's so fun. Or to have teammates helping you harass hunters during these matches. The hide and seek game mode that we have, where it's 2 hunters versus, I think it's like four survivors, 6 survivors, and it's literally a game of hide and go seek, which is so much fun. We have the shadow racetrack mode, which is a actual foot race. It's like a Mario Kart style foot race with the different characters and different items and booby traps throughout the map to race through. We have tarot, which is 2 teams versus each other, with each team having a king, both teams having a hunter hunting the other team's king, and both teams having squires, which are meant to protect and assist in keeping the king from the other team's hunter. That's a great game mode to practice. If you're terrible at kiting and you never get enough time to get chased by the hunter, playing tarot and getting chased by the hunter, you are the center of attention. Only you can be chased in this. This is a great way to practice. Or if you need help, in assisting other people while they're getting chased by the hunter, this is a fun game mode to play in and practice. Some of these game modes are so much fun to play outside of the default game mode and are great training grounds to become a better player. Like, Identity V also has a better replay system for looking back at some of these things. Identity V, you can save some of your matches and go back and look and VOD review your match and see what you did wrong, see what you did right, see what your teammates were doing. You can see what the hunter was doing. We have a great replay system. Is the replay system perfect? No, by any means, but I gotta give IDV devs credit. We do have a fairly decent replay system, and that's something that Dead by Daylight does not have, and something that they could definitely work on. But there are so many different ways that distinguish these 2 games from one another. Dead by Daylight and Identity V are both great games that share the same genre. Identity V has great story. Both games have great character story, but Identity V has actual in-game story and lore. We have different episodes that you can play through that play you through the lore and kind of immerse you in the story that they're trying to paint with the manor and the different survivors and hunters and their time at the manor. That's what makes this game fun and different. I'm also blind. A big personal side note when it comes to these 2 games. I'm blind as fuck. Alright, I have terrible vision. Identity V is brightly colored and vibrant and very easy to see. Dead by Daylight is so dark and I cannot see all the time. There are so many moments where like I might miss something because I just simply could not see it, and that's a skill issue. Obviously I just need to be rich and have gotten LASIK eye surgery already, so subscribe to my OnlyFans to support me getting LASIK eye surgery and getting good. But besides a lot of that, the games are both great. I like both games, and I don't think you should compare the 2. Both are great and unique in their own right, but one is not a ripoff of the other. 2 great things can coexist together in the same category. Like, there are so many different great battle royale games. There are not many great asymmetrical games. A lot of games try to come into this space and horrendously fail because of mindsets like this, that DBD is the only game that's allowed to have a chokehold over the asymmetrical genre. I encourage everyone to try Identity V. It's free. It's literally free. And it also has a mobile version that's cross-compatible with the PC version. So if you don't have a PC, you can still play with your friends from the mobile version. The mobile DBD is not cross-compatible to the PC Dead by Daylight. So that's also one thing. But that's my rant. That's my little 2 cents on this topic. And thank you for listening. I'm probably gonna go to bed soon, but like I just had to get this off my mind. Like I've been thinking about this for a while, but like I got a comment on my YouTube channel that just like I wasn't even upset at the comment or anything like that. It was more so just like it hit home because I really enjoy this game. And the last point I'll make that I forgot to make before I get off was that both games release cosmetics and skins, but listen. IDV skins versus Dead by Daylight skins. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, IDV skins blow Dead by Daylight skins out of the water. By far, the skins, the accessories are way better and way more aesthetically pleasing in Identity V than they are for Dead by Daylight. Some of the accessories in Identity V change some of the animations for a lot of the characters on Hunter and Survivor side. We get pets. Like, having pets with you in match is such an awesome cosmetic, and oh my god, some of the pets are the most adorable looking things. But I'm gonna leave it there, bro. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, that's it. IDV and Dead by Daylight. 2 great games that just so happen to share the same genre of game. Peace out, everybody.